Wow. The title of the speech is the story of Harris Horowitz. Close enough. All right, great. He was born in Battle Creek, Michigan. He married Mariah Carey, and you know how it all plays out in the end.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, tonight I will tell you the story of Harris Horowitz. Halloween's always been one of my favorite days. As a kid, while others dressed as ninjas or Power Rangers, my favorite Halloween costume as a kid was an orange Crayola crayon. Big orange suit, orange shoes, orange hat. Like I looked real cool. I looked so cool that I thought all other kids should give me their candy. But they didn't, obviously. So, funny thing about that, the only two costumes that I can remember are the orange Crayola crayon and my old school UT basketball warm-up. This is really old school. I got this and I've been wearing this ever since the year 2004. That was the year I met Harris Horowitz. I'm going to college at 17 years old. I called my coach and I said, I want to live with the basketball players. He said, okay, I'll see what I can do. They actually had a room where only 3 of them were living there. My roommate was a 6'10" freshman center from Cyprus. Now, as a kid, the only 6'10" guys you saw were basketball players on TV. So I thought it was very cool. He came downstairs, got all my luggage. He said, Mr. and Mrs. Clark, you guys don't have to come in. I got it. 3 bags on this shoulder, 3 bags on the other shoulder, 2 bags on the back, 2 luggages. Carried it all. I just had my cell phone. I get up to the room, and no wonder, he had trashed the room, and he didn't want to make a bad impression on my parents. In October, I wasn't a fan. I go into stages where I'm a fan of Halloween, not a fan. He brought home this old school retro UT warm-up, which is close to me. He said, you should wear this to the party tonight. I said, we'll see. So I ended up doing it. I got this, I wore a huge afro, and it was a lot of fun. Let's just say I've been wearing it ever since. Let's fast forward a little bit. October 9th, 2006. By this time, I live with my teammates. Harris lives with his girlfriend. We're still best friends. I mean, outside of the tennis team, he was my best friend. I'm getting ready for practice. Hadn't talked to him in a while. Asked one of his teammates, how's Harris doing? We talk every day, hang out every weekend. He's like, oh, he's good. I'm on the way to practice, lacing up my shoes. The trainer says, hey, Chris, Harris went to the hospital today. I said, again? I'll just go pick him up after practice. She said, no, his heart stopped beating. And I looked at her, and I said, if your heart stops beating, you can't live. And it was one of those moments where you hate to be right, and you wish you were wrong. Well, anyway, carried on about my day. Started practice. We had Marquette on the weekend. My backhand looked great. My forehand looked even better. Went to weight trainer, a little upset. Didn't know why. Anyway, I finished putting up 390 pounds on the bench press. Okay, 170. I'm walking out the door. My coach grabs me. Chris, you gotta talk about Harris. I said, Coach, he's in the hospital. I'll go see him. He's like, no. He's not in the hospital. I said, Coach, you grabbed me like you lift weights. What's going on? I looked back at him. He said, Chris, his heart, they weren't able to start it again. He died. And I thought for a minute, like the walls closed in on me, and I just looked around like this. And I was like, wow, outside of my tennis team, he was my best friend, and I never lost someone so close to me. So I sat there for a second, and I didn't really know how to feel. And it was a tough time for me. It was probably a time I remember I was very down. But I learned 3 important things from Harris Horowitz. First, I learned to cherish those people who are close to you. So one pact I always make, no matter who they are, my mom, my dad, my sister, my best friend, my girlfriend, I always try to go to bed on good terms with them. I never want the sun to set and me still be upset with them. And that's important to me. The next thing I learned is to smile a lot. it's funny because people always ask me, Chris, why do you smile so much? Well, true story, as a youngster, my teeth were so bad that the doctor said he had to break my jaw, hope they reset, and he gave him a 50-50 chance. My mom and I walked out of that doctor's office. We went to the doctor and said he could fix it with braces. But the reason why I smile so much is because no matter how bad it is, no matter how bad it's going to get, I know that I'm going to make it. And that's what Harris always taught me. He was a guy who, he didn't just smile at those girls because they were pretty, and he smiled at the boys too. He smiled at everybody, the deans. He was just a happy guy. And so I like to be happy, even no matter how bad my day is. The last thing I learned from Harris is that life is short. Live life to the fullest. I came to college at 17 years old, young guy. Harris was 2 years older than me. I was 19, or he was 19, sorry. And I was going to bed at 11 and 12 o'clock. He was going to bed at 2 and 3 o'clock. You know, so he's like, Chris, and he loved Tom Petty. He'd say, Chris, come on, man, think of Tom Petty, think of Tom Petty. What would Tom Petty do? I was like, who the heck is Tom Petty? But there's this quote, and it goes like this, and this is his favorite quote. It said, I've learned one thing. That's to quit worrying about stupid things. Work is for people with jobs. You'll never remember class time, but you'll remember the time you wasted hanging out with your friends. So stay out late. Go out with your friends on Tuesday, even when you have a paper due Thursday. Spend money you don't have. Drink till the sun rises. The work never ends, but college does. So to Harris Haralambos, my best friend, you'll never be forgotten and always be remembered. That's the story of Harris Haralambos.